This is Banished, a city building game. And as you can see here, I've built a fairly large town. It has about 350 people in it, and it is mostly supported by agriculture, which is what I'm going to talk about mostly in this video. You can see I have a lot of fields here growing crops. There's orchards that are growing nuts and berries, and there's also pastures that have livestock in them. And I'd like to expand this town and increase my population, but there's a few things I need to take care of first. I need more food, and I should probably take care of some of these issues in town. You can see this floating icon here above this building, which means there aren't materials necessary for the work to be done there. So here I'm trying to make plum ale, no plums, and over here I have a tailor that is making warm coats, but I'm very low on leather, so I need to take care of those two things. So to take care of not having enough plums, I'll grow some more trees, so I can make a new orchard here and select plums. While I'm at it, I'll make another crop field just to increase food production and grow whatever. And I'll also increase the number of workers that are working in those locations. And we'll come back to these fields in a little bit after these trees get planted. So to take care of the lack of leather, you can look over here and see exactly what I have. Apparently I haven't been making enough clothing. And here you can see there's plenty of wool, but there's no leather, so I need to increase leather production. All my leather comes from cattle, and I have a few fields of cattle over here. And I'm going to split this herd into two herds and then let them both expand. So here I have an empty pasture, and I can set it up for cattle. And I will have a few more workers to work in fields, or in pastures rather, and I'll split the herd. And they should, after a little bit, take a walk down the road to their new pasture. I just had this merchant arrive at my trading post, and hopefully it's a livestock merchant. A long time ago I had ordered some chickens from a livestock merchant, and he finally came back, and he has chickens to trade, but they're very expensive because custom orders tend to be more expensive than buying from whatever he just regularly brings. So I'm going to trade firewood, and I've been overproducing firewood. A lot of stations out in the woods that have these foresters' lodges that overproduce wood, and then immediately it's stored, and I have an army of woodcutters that comes along and turns it into firewood, which is then all stored here at the trading post. Originally I had tried to overproduce tools, and I have a factory for that back here. I have an iron mine that produces iron and a slew of wood, and the blacksmiths here turn those into tools. But unfortunately, my quarry that produces stone and all the farms use up all the tools I produce, so I need to either increase production of tools or start making steel tools, which last longer. So, since I am overproducing firewood though, I don't really need to do that at the moment. So I'm going to buy these cows, chickens rather, and trade for them. And now I have chickens at the trading post, and those need to be put in a pasture. So I can now pick chickens for pasture. And again, I will need more workers to work in that field. And like the cows, the chickens should start leaving the trading post eventually, and they'll make their way over there. I just had a crop infestation occur. This really will just kill the plants, and all I can do about it is harvest it early. So the workers will start harvesting it, and I'll get what I can from it. I also need to change what's growing there, otherwise next year the infestation has a high likelihood of coming back. And that's really all I can do with a crop infestation. and hope that it doesn't spread to these other fields. They're a different type of a plant though, so they're probably safe. So now my orchard here is growing. You can see that there's little trees growing. It probably won't produce fruit for 3 or 4 years, and even then it'll be low until the trees get very mature. So I'll have to wait for that tavern to be able to produce more plum ale, and this won't get planted until next spring. So in my town center, I've also been upgrading these houses to be stone houses, and once they're upgraded, they use less firewood, which allows me to expand the town without producing more firewood. So now that these problems are fixed, I'm probably ready to expand, but I might wait a year to make sure that the town is stable and doing alright. So if you'd like to know more about the game, check it out at shinyrocksoftware.com. And thanks for watching.